I'm Guy Garvey.
I'm Peter Turner.
We're 2/5, the most important 2/5 really of Elbow, and you're watching Toasted.
It's a gin tonic?
Vodka tonic.
Vodka tonic. Well, anyway.
Vodka actually makes you lose weight.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
So you're drinking lots of vodka then?
Yeah.
I used to be massive.
Yeah.
I'm a vodka alcoholic.
He is.
So in a week's time, I'll be.
We know quite a lot about successful drinking, don't we?
Yeah. What's? Give me another successful drink, like preventing your hair from falling out. What's a good drink against that?
Tequila ginger beer, like ginger ale, not like Canada Dry. That doesn't work. And it has to be lime, not lemon and ice.
And do you need to pour it on, or can you just drink it?
Oh no, you can
Drink it.
take it orally. Yeah.
Good one. Any more? Running out of
What's
time.
your ailment?
My drink. I like whiskey. What is that any good for?
Whiskey.
Yeah.
That's excellent. It stops you going deaf.
I like a whiskey.
Yeah. Irish whiskey.
Yeah, Irish whiskey, good Scotch.
A good scotch. What's a good scotch? What's the best?
Lagavulin. Depends who you ask.
First.
Lagavulin.
I've never heard of it. Is it a bad thing?
Do you know what you should always do with a good single malt? Put literally 1 drop of water in it. Like can't be more specific than that. Literally 1 single drop of water.
I've heard that story before, and everybody told me it's bullshit. But
No. The whole drink it straight or you're not a man thing. That's very American.
yeah.
You need to put like a little 1 drop in your scotch.
You get like special little jugs about that big, don't you? Where you you have it alongside your whiskey and just pop a little bit in.
Yeah.
It does make a difference. It really does.
Shall we start with some questions about Elbow or?
Music thing, yeah.
Well, just a couple of questions, not much. Because I was listening to your record just in the train when we went back to Amsterdam, and the thing I noticed is there's quite a lot of different influences and different ways of playing your instruments. But then again, your music does sound quite accessible. Do you agree on that, first of all?
I suppose so.
I think it's a reason that I think the reason we are where we are now is because we're not sort of one type of band, really. I think that we can explore different styles. Like on this new album, The Fix, it isn't like anything we've ever done before. You know what I mean? It's a completely new way of making and recording music for us. Do you know what I mean? But we're able to kind of like try different styles out, and you know, Grounds for Divorce has got sort of like more a classic rock riff, quite woolly sounding,
like
big fat riff
with the unusual kind of beat thing going on.
Totally. And we've been able to just explore and try different styles of music out.
Yeah, I mean there are bands that sort of sound the same and just write new songs and you know, keep the format exactly the same, and maybe the only thing that changes is the voice gets a bit older and the guitars get a bit louder, you know.
Yeah.
But hopefully we never settle into a pattern like that.
Sounds quite a lot like you guys have complete creative freedom then.
We have, yeah.
So you never have to think about anything that's more accessible to a radio or something like that?
Well, I mean, if we're writing a song and we think halfway through it, we think that's pretty catchy.
Yeah?
That could make us some money. You know what I mean? Then you carry on writing it with that in mind. But that's also, it's one of the considerations. And you certainly don't make a whole record like that.
Is it still important to you to think in that way? In your position after 4 albums and like...
Well, I mean, we'd all make very different music if we were working on our own, you know. The fact of the matter is that one of the things we enjoy is working with each other. So Elbow Records are what the 5 of us come up with between us. And it'd be great to say that all the decisions you make are based completely on artistic integrity, but I'm afraid there's little mouths to feed now. So, you know, 1 record per album that has a little more deliberate commerciality about it is just a good way of getting your albums to people.
Yeah.
Isn't it also a necessity? So something you just
need
to
it a little
do?
bit. Yeah, you need it a little bit to sell the albums to stay, you know, keep doing what you're doing. But we don't, like, from the beginning, we don't think, right, we need to write a single. You know what I mean? It's
This
kind of
is-
like something
comes
comes
slowly
along and then
into-
we'll tailor it. A
Yeah,
little
we
bit.
get the one that's most commercial and
Yeah.
maybe just tailor it a little further.
Yeah.
Which, you know, we wouldn't have done it all once over. We would have been quite anti the whole idea.
The
But
funny thing is, actually, though, the songs that have probably done the best for us, you know, certainly in the UK, you know, are certainly not songs that we play live. You know, Fallen Angel and
Songs
Asleep
you
in the Back, and
don't play
we
live?
don't play them live, no, because we kind of wrote them, we did them, and they led people to the albums. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Well,
then
you get quickly bored of them.
yeah, we don't.
Well, then again, so do fans, don't they? You rarely, if you buy an album on the strength of a single, you rarely find that that's still your favourite track after a few listens.
But are you on the same, pretty much on the same level with the fans then? That the songs that you get bored of easily or don't play live anymore, is it the same with what the fans want?
I don't know.
Do you care?
You can please
Maybe,
some of the people all of the time, or all of the people
No,
some of the time.
I always get confused.
But
with
you
that
can't.
one. I learned not to
You
try
can't-
that one.
You can't sum up all the people
Yeah.
The sum of all the people.
Of
you
at
can't
any
sum
time.
But
any
in
time.
general, it's pretty much a good. There's a good balance.
Well, it's just those words, you know. They never leave me. That phrase never leaves me.
You live by that.
I
phrase,
live by
don't
that. I
you?
do, yeah.
Another
Phrase that you can't remember.
Yeah, I can't live without it.
something I want to hook on that thing. There was this typical text on the website about the key questions in life. You probably have heard of it. And
No, go on.
Really not? You didn't?
No.
That lyrically you were writing about the big questions in life.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. Mhm.
And there's another cliche about that. Something like the more you learn, the less you know. Is it something for
I
you
didn't
to
put
say?
that there. No, I didn't put that there.
So who wrote that on your website then?
I don't know. I shall find them and hang them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not true.
Well, no. I mean, he's tackling bigger questions than, you know, a lot of music. It's fine to, you know, there's a place for bands that talk about going to the chip shop and snogging your mate's girlfriend and all that bullshit.
But they're younger bands, aren't
Yeah,
they?
that's stuff for
makes
young
sense,
people.
yeah.
You know, there are bands in the world that sing about the mutant teenage ninja turtles or whatever they're called. You know what I mean? It's just, we write about the age we are, the country we live in, you know, what kind of things you go through if you're us.
Yeah.
That's what this album's about, really. It's just the last 2.5 years, which
Is
have
it-
been very eventful.
Yeah, in a positive way or
Both positive and negative. There's,
because it went kind of it wasn't like a smooth ride, like.
yeah, there's been some good things. There's been some bad things.
Well, what happened? Like a bad thing.
Well, our record label ran into trouble and started sinking financially and started taking us with it.
Yeah.
So we had to fight hard to get off there, which is, you know, not an easy thing to happen because we'd worked with V2 for a long time and they were our friends, you know. They are our friends, so it was difficult to leave the label.
But was it like their fault, or was it just the music business that?
No, I mean, they're a big independent label, but they're still an independent label and you can make wrong decisions,
Yeah.
you know. They spent some money on some turkeys, not literally turkeys, of course, but like some things that didn't make any money. Oh, they might have bought a load of turkeys. Nobody told me if they did, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. Wouldn't,
I don't think it was buying turkeys that led to what happened.
No, I think it was buying Liberty X.
Yeah.
But let me ask a question about Deer Ticks once again,
Yeah.
because you guys are gonna play a concert in the forest.
Oh, shit.
Have you ever thought of that? There might be Deer Ticks there.
We'll have to play wrapped head to foot in cellophane.
Yeah.
That'll look pleasant.
It'll look weird, but you got to keep the deer ticks away, man.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you've got to...
But you're gonna play the forest anyway,
Yeah, Delamere
because
Forest.
it's a beautiful place, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's
yeah.
close to where we live. It's in Cheshire, which is kind of close to Manchester, so
Yeah.
it's a really good thing. It's a great thing. I've seen these things happen in the past, and I've always thought that sounds like a great place to play.
Gigs in forests or just or
In
particular-
Delamere Forest.
Oh right,
particularly.
okay.
I think it's been going on about 3 years now or something.
Right.
You know, and there's some good bands doing it and stuff.
How
like
come
that.
I've never heard about it?
Well, you don't. I only see them because I see them in the ad section of magazines and stuff, music mags. And
And I don't
like
read
the
them.
Enemy, and you don't read them as much as me.
No.
So I'm aware of them. Madness did a load years ago. They did loads of Forest.
Yeah.
Mm.
But is it a thing to do for you guys to keep things interested? Maybe? Just to do something different instead of a stage somewhere in some city?
Well, yeah, that's one of the things. We try and do as much interesting, different stuff as possible because we're really quite spoiled and have low attention thresholds. So you like to keep it interesting.
Yeah, because it's been going on for like 17 years now, right?
Yeah, 18 years in October.
Yeah, that's a long run.
What
was the biggest highlight?
You see it in Pete's eyes.
Just glazed over, like an alien. I blink that way now. I don't blink that way. Yeah,
Completely turned like, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't even ask a question, I think.
No.
Oh yeah, I asked 18 years in October.
Hmm.
And what's the main highlight of the career, you would say?
Well, I think we've probably
Just give one or something.
Yeah, we've probably got different highlights, haven't we?
There's been lot. I'm constantly quite amazed by some of the things I think we're getting away with. Do you know what I mean? We've got a really good life. Do you know what I mean? We've got a really good life. We make music for a living. You hang out with your best friends for a living. Do you know what I mean? You go and see beautiful places with your best friends for a living. Everything, it's really good. Doing loads of things. The main stage at Glastonbury was like a really big thing for us.
Yeah, that was great.
How many people were there? Like 50?
No, yeah, lots of people.
Lots and lots of people.
Yeah.
More than I think I'll ever be able to afford to buy a round for.
When you're talking to someone, say you're at like a wedding, a family wedding or something, and you see like your great auntie, blah blah blah, and she says like, how's your band and blah blah, and what do you do? And one of the things that you always say is Top of the Pops. Do you know what I mean? And we did Top of the Pops a few times, which was like an institution back home. Do you know what I mean? And by the time we played it, to be fair, it was really at its lowest ebb.
Yeah.
So we
Plus,
were
things have a habit of collapsing when we've been anywhere near them.
But it's kind of that's one of the things that you would say to look to so that someone that didn't know much about
an
it
old
would
lady in the
understand.
street or your auntie at a wedding
Will know Top of the Pops.
Yeah, did your auntie actually ask you at a wedding about the band?
Yeah, I'm sure that's happened.
Yeah. It's just like, because an old lady in the newspaper shop once said to me, and what do you do? And I said, I'm in a band. She said, ooh, when are we going to see you on Top of the Pops? And I said, Friday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which was a lovely thing, because you get asked that from being...
Is Top of the Pops such a big deal in UK?
It's completely gone, yeah.
It's completely gone.
Yeah. Like I say, things collapsed.
Yeah, we got round.
Select magazine, we were due on the cover, it folded. How many fucking airports burned the day we've been there?
Oh, there's one in Istanbul.
That was the most.
Yeah.
Everywhere you've been just goes down in...
goes up in fucking smoke or crashes and burns, yeah.
I hope not this hotel, because this is apparently a very old and special hotel, right?
It doesn't make much difference.
No, doesn't?
No. We're cursed.
Cursed. How's life in Manchester? How's the music scene?
Music's
healthy,
it's always good. You've got so many clubs and bars, where you
so much happening.
Yeah,
because for us people in Holland, there's so many things coming from, well, the UK in general. And I was always wondering if I would be from a major UK city, I would always think about how it would be from that perspective. Is it the same for you? Just too many bands?
Well, there's enough. There's loads coming through. You can go out any night of the week and see a good band.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's because, I don't know what it's like here, but the live music scene in the UK is massive at the moment.
Yeah.
It's like, going to see a band is the new thing to do. You know what I mean? It's like...
Instead of hanging in pubs and just drinking.
Well, clubs isn't really happening. And plus the pop music that's happening in Britain now is great to dance to.
Yeah.
It's like rock has collided with dance, and you've got all this new rave stuff, which is like, Christ knows what it is, whether it's rock or punk or electronica. I like some of it, I must say.
Yeah, well, I suppose if it's good, then it's good, isn't it, really?
Yeah. But, we've never really been part of the mainstream anyway. Might be nice to do that for a while.
Good band. There's a band called...
Maybe you can write a hit song then.
Maybe we should.
Yeah.
Do you know a band called... Have you interviewed the Cortinas?
Oh.
They're from Manchester. They're coming through. They're doing fantastically well at the moment.
Yeah, the front cover of the NME this week.
Okay, what's the name?
The Cortinas.
Cortinas. I don't know.
Right, you'll come across a guy called Liam Frey Frontson, and they're a
Okay.
great band. They're a really
Cool
good
guy.
band.
We here in Amsterdam we have this festival called the London Calling Festival. Have you ever heard of that?
I don't think so.
It's like a showcase festival, new UK bands.
I think we've played it years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
How many years would that be?
I don't know.
9 years ago, 10 years ago.
That could be. That's pretty cool.
We're old men.
Yeah. For how many years are you guys gonna continue? How many more albums? Is it gonna be like the Rolling Stones?
Yeah, we'll be like that. I remember in 2008 talking to you guys.
An American accent.
Oh yeah, we'll be American.
back
Yeah, I'm originally French.
then. Yeah.
I just moved through my accents.
Yeah.
I
I
should
should
be
good accent
Dutch.
for a Frenchman
I
then.
should be Dutch in 2012 for about 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, come back then and we'll talk.
According to plan, you will be. Won't you?
Yeah,
It goes according.
just for 6 months. Oh, have we? Okay.
All right, just we'll
Make it a good one.
a final good
Yeah,
thing
go
to
on,
say.
Big one.
You're putting all the pressure on me now.
Turn the tables.
Yeah. Well, all I
ask
can
you
say
a
is
question, then?
yeah, sure, go ahead.
Did you always want to be a TV presenter?
Yes, from this age on. Yeah.
Who inspired you? Who was your favourite TV presenter?
Probably Will Ferrell, the actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a great TV presenter.
He's a person that makes me want to go on television and do silly stuff. So
Saturday Night
yeah.
Live and everything. I've got to say, Anchorman's one of my favourite films.
It is mine.
I love that film. It's amazing, isn't it? It's great.
Yeah. So I mean, do you want to? I mean, are you in comedy as well as being a TV presenter?
Yeah, but I don't have a lot of fans though. So. I think I'm funny, but that's primarily me.
No, I think you're funny.
Oh, thanks a lot.
No worries, man. It's been a great interview.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
No worries.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming.
you're welcome.
You'll go far.
He will.